Yo, 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 what is going on, COD Familia? It is your boy BN, aka Mr. Kingdom Builder, and today we are going to be going through the next iteration of our monthly, but hopefully will eventually be monthly, project review. So this is where we essentially go and we look at things like jump projects, / projects here in Call of Dragons, and we go into each of the Discords, make sure that we have all the relevant channels selected beforehand, which is actually something I can finally do, at least in some of them that have that browse option. We'll take a look, we'll review them, we'll just give you some of my thoughts, we'll give them a rating, and then at the end, I will show you the kind of sample template project that I have on my Discord, just to kind of give you an idea on what is the standard that we're looking for how we go about critiquing and why it is important that these specific channels are in each of these Discords. So let me start off with just showing you what is our actual criteria that we're going to go off of. I will also be having links and time cards here for the video, along with to promote each of the Discords, or better yet, if you just want to go and take a look at any of them, all that information will be in the description down below. So let me show you, starting off first here with criteria. So I like to go off 10 points. One is table of contents, announcements, positions in our applications, a project plan, kingdom goals, a project kingdom resources, introductions and resumes, recruiting, a ready check, and then some type of meetings channel. Hierarchy communication flow is kind of more of an optional one, but for those that have it, and that's what I kind of mean is essentially almost having like an infograph kind of top down how your system is set up or what your kind of hierarchy is like. It isn't something that I require or I demand. It's just kind of more of a nice to have if it's there. Okie dokie. Let's go ahead and get started. So here's our folder for COD projects for ongoing. We basically looked at the recruitment channel, and I went back pretty far just to make sure we got as many as we could. But for any that aren't posted there, if you want to be included in this video and have a chance for some people to join your project, make sure that you post your ad here. I also want to finally, before we actually get started, last thing, and this is just becoming an unfortunate pet peeve. When I look at this channel, one of the things that I saw or thought that the mods were going to do was remove ads that were duplicates, right? So the idea being they could only have one ad per project. The challenge when you look at this is that it's pretty cray-cray. So like you could see some of the big ones, which are like the Galactics, Coalition, Power, Endless, and if I scroll down a little bit, you can see that it's pretty wild. So you could see where I'm gonna have to like open some of these up, but like here's Power, Total Chaos, Brotherhood, Blades, what do I have? Infinite and Beyond, Galactic, Blades. And so again, just to give you a brief example. So don't get me wrong, I'd love if I could just go through this and just like remove all the duplicates. It'd be nice if people could respect that, where if you just post one ad and then you can have any of your people just basically up or ping that one ad. So that way you don't have this sea of duplicate or copied ads that each individual person is posting. Then you're just upping all of those. I understand that if you're not too experienced in doing a lot of projects, or you haven't done a lot, in your mind you might just think, well, I need to post as many ads as I possibly can and then upvote those as much as possible. However, what I will tell you is that if you have a truly quality project, people will come to it. Right? It's like the whole, if you build it, they will come. So again, to me, it's just a turnoff when I see people like hard spamming ads, especially when, you know, we've seen some of the mods mention, hey, it's just one ad post per group, and then you can just up that. So again, a little bit of a turnoff for me. With that in mind, let's go into the first one. So first one's going to be Blades Fam. Table of contents. Do we have one? That's the important part here. Don't care too much there for the stats. Guess, let me see, guest chat verifying, welcome by. Here we go, start here. Okay, cool, we got one, that's 1 point. Bam, how about an announcements channel? You got an announcements channel. It's like live, 2 points. How about positions and applications? Also bearing in mind, I believe this project started yesterday, so it's been about a day and a half now, almost. But I would imagine they probably still have some like recruitment stuff. If they don't, then they can let me know. I don't think there's anything here for arcade. There's not. So let's see here. I don't see anything. Forums. Let me see. Memes. Global. Server. Leader bio goals. Okay, I don't see anything. Moving on. Let's go project plan. Okay, we have a plan. Cool. Now, the big difference for me between plans and goals is that goals are more of expanded things that you actually want to hit or aim on hitting within your kingdom or that you have for your group. A plan is more of, and I guess you could vice versa it, but really for me, a plan is more of like, hey, here's my bullet points on what like my high level plans are for the group that we'd like to try and accomplish. Now, you could still make the argument, you could still kind of fit that into goals, and I'm fine with either or, just as long as one of them expands on what you're looking to do in the actual kingdom. And we'll definitely show you an example of that later on. So for plans, I will accept this. Now let's go to goals. This I would actually like to be a little bit expanded here, so I'll give you half a point on that one. Project Kingdom resources. Let's see. Do we have resources? Guides? We do. Okay, cool. Another point. Do we have introductions or resumes for your leadership as an example? So we have some introductions. Leader's bio. Let's see here. Okay. Definitely need a little bit more than that. I also would like to see, one of the big things you often hear me talk about, right, is, posting where you've played before. If you've played in other kingdom builders, okay, cool. What kingdoms did you play in? If you've already played an earlier kingdom in CoD, okay, cool. What kingdom did you play in? What alliance were you part of? Were you a part of a project? Not to say that we need all the nitty gritty, but just showing people that you have played somewhere. And again, some of these people you can see there are some kingdoms. I like that this person wasn't afraid, in a sense, to post what alliance and what kingdom they've played in before. There's not too many of that. Also, if you're going to do leader's bio, it needs to be pretty consistent, unless you're going to read someone's bio where it says, oh, well, hey, I just started playing the game. Or if it says, oh, well, I have a lot of experience in another game, but I haven't played COD yet. So, yeah, just kind of one of those things where, again, I would just kind of like to see that a little bit. I don't see that too much here. I think there's like one or two people we saw that posted kind of where they've played before. I really would like to see more of that, unless there's something. And sometimes it's easy to kind of break up your bio into like your introduction and then your resume at the bottom. So I'm happy to see some information here, but I'd like to see a little bit more because I think it's something that we should kind of humble ourselves into with other people. So for that, I'm going to give you half a point. Then we get to recruiting. So is there something here for recruiting? They do. So they got ads. I'm not there, but that's cool. Appreciate it. Hurts my feelings. Let's go next. How about Ready Check? Do we have some type of Ready Check channel? We do. Sick Life. All right, that's a point. How about meetings? Is there some type of meetings or town hall channel that we have set up? Let's see. Advanced pings. Invites content patch. Server. Voice chats. Okay, I don't see anything. All right. So that's going to be a 7 out of 10 for Blades. Cool, moving on. All right, let's see here on next one. So we're going to have Eternal Chaos. So let's go here for Eternal Chaos. We got table of contents. Let's take a look. We got a welcome questions. They wouldn't be content. Let me see here. Why objectives, project plan. Do suggestions. Don't see one. Okay, next one, announcements. Project news. Okay, cool. Oh, yeah, and I think they started... Oh, wow, so these two actually started in 200, I think. This is the other one, yeah. So, project news, give you a point. How about positions and applications? Do we have anything here? Officer apply. Okay, this is... okay, so my thing on this is that sure, it's great if you have an application, you have a form, but you need to give some context. Give some information on what are your expectations, what are the tasks, what are the responsibilities, and then link to that along with any other potential resources. So half a point for this one. Project plan, kingdom goals. So let's do project plan first. They have one. Dope. Okay, like I said, I'm fine with a high-level bullet point for a plan, as long as the goals and or vice versa has something that's expanded for kind of what you're looking to do within the kingdom. So for this, I'll give you a point. So how about goals? Right, leadership institution, how about, and I'll take objectives too, that's fine. So not really, so I'll give you half a point. Because, again, this really needs to be expanded. Okay, next one is Project Kingdom resources. So do we have like guides, things like that? I don't think I'm blind here. Okay, nope. Next is going to be, how about introductions and resumes? Introduce yourself. Cool. And then we have leadership info. Give me a sec, girls. I'll be right there. Okay. Okay, go ahead. Okay, leadership info. Here we go. So, again, formatting, very important. This is one of the things we talk about, right? It's fine if you want to kind of give a summary, but then, like we talk about, right, at the bottom, or if you want to start at the top, doesn't matter, have some type of format for what you're posting with, where you can give a summary and then a little bit of a resume. And if you don't have a resume, then just maybe call out to it and just say, have experience in other games. Or if you have none at all, then I don't know. I mean, obviously it might be hard to ask of that, but still, at least something would be great. So I don't really see any kingdom numbers here. For some reason, okay, I see one. Okay, I see one. Yeah, I would need to see a little bit more. Happy to have some information on the introduction. Somebody's going to give you half a point. Let's talk about recruiting. So we got servers and a message. I mean, I have an ad channel on mine, but that's cool. I'll cry later. All right, that's a point. Next one's going to be a ready check. I don't see anything. Don't see that. How about meetings? Or a town hall, something that's similar to that. Polls, I don't see anything. Okay, so it's going to be a 4.5 out of 10 for Eternal Chaos. Okay, next one here is going to be Endless Peak. And let's look at the table of contents. Do we have something here? Maybe, I don't know, spaceship, maybe? Okay, here we go. So, it is, but, like, look, this is my view on it. We don't necessarily need to be fancy with this stuff, right? We can be super easy. And you can title it something like Start Here. It could be Index. I'll take Channel Nav. Like, I get it. Spaceship, you're blasting off to one of these channels. Like, I can wrap my head around it. But yeah, like TOC, I'll take. I don't know. I'll give you a point, but I would like for this to be a little bit more obvious, essentially, right? Because this is the thing, man. You don't want people to have to think about it. It needs to be just super direct and easy. Okay, next one is announcements. I think that was this one with the little thing. Once again, let's just title it announcements. Let's title it news. Let's keep it easy, breezy, beautiful cover girl, and super simple, right? We don't have to make people overly think, especially if they're new people that are joining. You don't want them to have to sit here and navigate all day long. However, I will give you a point here, but it needs to be easier to read. Next one is positions and applications. Let's see. Don't see anything. Okay, next is going to be project plan. Kingdom plans. Okay. I kind of view these more as, I guess either way. Okay, I'll take it. I'll take it. Something's listed. All right, how about goals? Don't say anything for goals. Okay, how about Project Kingdom resources? So are there actual guides here? There are. All right, I will take that. Introductions and resumes. Okay, here we go. Leadership. Cool. Oh, wow, they actually have questions here using a little Dinobot form. Okay, cool. Past experience. Sorry, how active Discord are you? Okay, cool. So, little bit, but nothing really about kind of where they played. Ooh, so we're going to go 0.5 on this one. How about recruiting? And let's see if they do. So we got a message. We got some servers. That's cool. I'm out there. Feelings are crushed. But I'll take it. All right. Next is going to be ready check. Maybe polls? Nope. Okay. How about meetings or town hall? Don't see that. All right. So we're going to go 5.5 out of 10 here for Endless Peak. All right, next one we got is going to be Coalition Fam. Table of contents. Don't see anything. Did we? I don't know. Do I need something here? I don't see anyone else with roles. My cray leader, NS. Yes, I don't know. I don't think so, but I guess we'll see. All right. Don't see table of contents. Do I see an announcements channel? Don't see an announcements channel. Positions applications. Okay, got an R4 application, but again, would like for some details to be there. So you get half a point for that. Project plan or kingdom goals. Do not see that at all. Okay, how about resources? Okay, so we got some resources, but nothing's here. Okay. How about introductions and resumes? Nothing. Okay. How about recruiting? Okay, we got something. Message. Are there servers that they can join? There's not. Okay, so half a point there because that's important. Then we need introductions. Oh, I already did that. Ready check. Oh, we do have ready check. Cool. And it's active. All right, I'll take it. Number 2. That's 2. There we go. 2. How about meetings? Don't have anything for meetings. All right, so this is a 2 out of 10. This is going to be for Coalition Family. Important thing here, right? This could be an amazing project, right? This could have amazing people behind it that are managing it, but your project will not attract a healthy or a high volume of people if you are not prepared before you start, right? Most important, number 1 rule, never start a project until your Discord, at minimum, is perfected, right? If not close to perfection. And I'm talking at least these minimum 10 channels. We're not expecting a lot, right? But at minimum. All right, next one is going to be World of Dragons. Here we go. So we got, let's see, table of contents. Do we have anything here? Promotion suggestions, town events. Okay, don't see that. How about announcements? We got announcements. All right, 1. How about positions and applications? Recruiting. Okay, here we go. Leadership. It's a ticket. You don't have anything, so that's going to be 0.5. Let's see here. How about, what do we have? Project plan or kingdom goals. We got jump plan. Okay. I'll take this as a project plan. Okay, and this is fine. If your plan is more about, like, I'm fine if your plan wants to be about the process itself and explaining to people kind of how things are going to go on the days. I'm also fine with you having it be like these are high-level points and then you're including some of those things in your goals, as long as there's something, right? That's my thing. All right, thank you. There we go. How about goals now that are more kind of kingdom-specific for what long-term stuff is? I don't see anything there. All right, how about Project Kingdom resources, like guides, as an example? So we got some guides here. Starting guides, we got some T1 stuff. Stuff in a bunch of different languages that I don't know. But at least something's there. That's okay. Next one is going to be, how about, what do we say? Project Kingdom. How about introductions and resumes, right? Let's see that. Application, I don't see anything about that. Okay, how about recruiting? Okay, we got something on recruiting. Cool, I'll take it. But we need some servers to actually go and recruit to. Okay, no, they do. It's just at the top. Okay, that's fine. I will take it. And then how about ready checks? What a ready check. I don't see anything there. Okay, how about meetings? Oh, cool, we got a town hall thing? I got tricked. Okay, never mind. All right, so 4.5 out of 10. That's going to be World of dragons. All right, dope sauce. Let's move on to our next one, which is going to be Galactics. So let's start off. Table of contents. What do we got? Greetings. No, that's like nothing. Scroll that down all the way so rules verify. Question inquiries, voice, plan. Is it our galaxies maybe? Oh, that's, oh gosh, man, we're doing too much here. Okay, no typical. How about announcements? Have an announcements. All right, let's go. How about positions and applications? Is it inquiries? Nope, it's not. Recruiting, tracking recruits. Nope. Okay, how about positions and applications? Oh, no, I already said that. How about project plan? We got a plan. We got a jump plan. Okay. This isn't really what we're talking about. Like, remember, right? We either want to see kind of what your plan is for the people, or if you want to give like a high level. Usually I talk about having the jump plan being, well, this is the plan for like what the players can expect to do, like day 1, day 2, day 3. Like, this is how, like, this is your plan from day 1 throughout like the first season, so to speak. Or even if you want to give us stuff on like the first few weeks, and then you'll say, hey, we'll release as kind of time comes out. Sometimes it's nice where you're kind of holding people's hands and letting them know what to do. Again, you can always provide those in regular announcements when the time comes as well, right? So I'm kind of I'm okay with one or the other, but there's just nothing here. How about goals? Again, and bear in mind, I shouldn't have to overthink on what the channels are. Next one is going to be Project Kingdom resources. As to use guides. Oh, that's a recruitment guide. Okay, nothing there. How about introductions and resumes? Leadership. This just shows leadership. Okay, that's cool. So this is the Our Galaxies thing that we have. And so this is the thing I've mentioned, right? Bear in mind, keep this simple. This is too much for me, where it's like Our Galaxies. Dude, just say like lead bios, or just say lead or leader intros, or say leadership and include it on the same channel. Like, I just don't understand. It feels like there's just a little too much redundancy there. If you want to have an overview like this, fantastic. I actually really like this. However, then add your bios below this, or just say leader bios, right? That's totally fine. Again, I'm going to give you half a point there because this one is just not as obvious as it should be. Let's go into next one, which is going to be recruiting. Okay, we got recruiting guides, but we don't have a recruiting ad. Oh, hang on, here we go. Ads to use. Okay, so we got, okay, cool. Yeah, so a good point there. How about ready checks? Do we have that? I don't see anything about a ready check. How about meetings or town halls? Nothing there. All right, so we're going to give you 2.5 out of 10. And this is Galactics, right? Okay, cool. Next one here is going to be power order. Okay, let's go. Table of contents. Welcome. Verify roles. Nope. Let me see. Project goals, media general. Nope. Okay, how about announcements? We have an announcements channel. Cool. It's 1. Positions, applications. Apply for leadership. 0.5. Remember, gotta have an explanation of what are the requirements, what are the tasks, and then give the application, and then any other resources if you need that. So let's do, next one here is going to be, how about project plan? Project goals. Okay, so no plan, but we have goals. Let's look at goals here, but nothing's there. Okay, moving on. Project Kingdom resources. But guides. You have some. Okay, this is okay. I'll give you a point just because there is more than half, right? But my thing is don't make a channel unless you're going to put something in it before it goes up, right? Little pro tip there. Let's talk about, what do we have? Introductions and resumes for leadership. Don't see anything there. Okay, how about recruiting? Recruitment message. Here we go. So we have a message, but are there discords to join to go and post? I don't see that. So we're going to give you half a point. How about a ready check? Oh, here we go. We got a ready check, but nothing's there. Okay, how about meetings? Town hall. We'll do meetings, town hall. Nothing. Okay, so it's a 3 out of 10 for power order. Again, like we talk about here, very important. Have all the channels set up before you start the project and start recruiting. All right, let's do banished family. What do we got? Table of contents. Here we go. Let's see here. Check. Welcome. Roll sign out. Project. Oh, no, it's just roll. Nope. Chat. Okay. I don't see a table of contents index. Which, to be fair, it should be at the top anyways. Okay, how about announcements? Okay, we got announcements. 1. Positions applications. Let's see here. Lord of my territory, choose alliance, project goals, welcome sign off. Player input. Jump. Questions in media. Okay, nope. How about positions? How about project plan? Okay, we had a goal. Nothing. I don't see anything here for plans. I mean, that's more guide stuff. Okay, let's go with how about Kingdom Resources? Project Kingdom Resources. We got event guides. Okay, how about introductions and resumes? Okay, no. Okay, lore? Okay, no. How about recruiting? Got to at least have the recruiting up. Okay, we do. Okay, I mean, you got to add. You got at least one place to go and post. I will accept. How about a ready check? Or some type of tally, which again should be near the top. I don't think these ones were it. Oh, I see. Rolls. Okay, I mean, I'd like for this to be more obvious. But I'll accept. Okay. How about meetings? Town halls. Nothing for meetings, town halls. Okay, so we got a 3 out of 10 here for banished family. Next one, we got 2 last ones here. Let's go Wolfpack. And do we have an index? No. Do I have announcements? No. Positions, applicant? No. A project plan? Don't see it. Kingdom goals? No. Project Kingdom Resources. Guides. Let's see. Okay. I mean, they got some, right? They got some. I will take that. Would I like for this to be a little bit more organized? 100%. I'm going to give half a point there, because if you're going to post guides, it either has to be in a single channel where you're formatting it professionally, or you can have multiple channels. I prefer one channel and just doing a nice format, because there's no point in creating all those many channels. I just think it's too much in my opinion. But okay, half a point here for that one. How about introductions, resumes? Don't see that. Okay, how about recruiting? Recruitment ad, here we go. But no discords on where to go and post. Okay, so that's going to be half a point. How about a ready check? No. How about meetings? No. Okay. So that's going to be a 1 out of 10 here for Wolfpack. Last one is going to be Dawn of Stars. Here we go. Table of contents. Don't need anything there. I don't need any of that. Okay, nothing. How about announcements? We got announcements, but there's no announcements. Yeah, it's okay. You have an announcements channel. If you just started, I'm somewhat okay with this. Okay, let me give you half a point on this one, because usually this is it's okay. I'm gonna give you a point actually, because I've done this before where I have everything set up appropriately, but I just haven't posted anything in the announcements because I'm just waiting for maybe like 50, 60, 75 people, but we're still active in chat. I am somewhat okay with this. Because if I didn't, I'd be hypocritical. So positions and applications. Don't see that. Okay, how about project plan? Okay, how about kingdom? How about goals? Kingdom goals. Don't see that. Okay, how about project kingdom resources? Guides. Okay, here we go. General guides. Okay. We got some stuff. Okay, cool. I'll accept. 2. How about introductions, resumes? Okay, how about recruiting? Here we go. No, okay, no. How about ready checks? No. Okay, how about meetings? Nothing. Okay. So it's going to be a 2 out of 10 here for Dawn of Stars. Okay. So that is going to round us out. Let me see here. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we got 10 projects. Let me just make sure that's right. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, yeah, no, right. Cool. So we did 10 project reviews. Now we're going to show you a template that I have for kind of my project template section on my Discord to kind of give you an idea of what we're talking about and what we're aiming for, right? So here we go. So let's hop in here. We're just going to kind of keep this easy breezy, beautiful cover girl. So let's start off by, here's like my COD project section I just have as a template here. But you can see, let's go down the list top down, right? So we have a start here, pretty simple. It's at the very top, which is where it should be, because should be the most important channel that you have that's going to lead people to where they need to go. Even if some of the other channels are simple enough to get to, it's nice just to be able to have a little bit of a disclaimer, if you will. Next is announcements. Do we have an announcement channel? We do. Bam, here's an announcements channel. Now, bear in mind, this is just a template, so you're not going to be seeing anything like, constant chat history or anything like that. Next one is positions and applications. Do we have that? We have a COD positions channel. Oh, cool. Look at this. We have our breakdown on expectations for leaders, breakdown expectations for officers. We have an application here that's signified, so you can make that out when you're reading. We also have video references for how to do these things. Very important. Next one, project plan. Do we have a plan? We do have a plan, right? And this is kind of more high level for and again, I just filled this out a little bit. However, this is something that I feel, right? I don't know if I would give myself a full point on this one, probably a half a point, because as I was thinking about this, and I wrote this actually just today before I started recording, I then thought to myself, dang, I actually should have included and had this be more of a, like include this, but also like a little bit of a timeline, like a timeline plan on what to expect as someone new who's coming in who may not know anything about it, right? So I'd probably give myself a half a point on this one. Then we get to goals. So goals, I think, is very important here, right? And you can see that I have kind of like Kingdom Conduct. I have like Zone 1 distribution stuff, SLE for Strongest Lord, KVK. And again, this is like my format I did before everything was announced, so I have to update that one. But things like Alliances Emerging, Kingdom Mission and Vision, PvP in the Kingdom, Alliance Balancing, Hierarchy, Objectives, things like that. Right? But again, I could still expand on the plans itself. This is kind of more of what we're talking about for goals. Like, what are your kind of end game things that you're like, how are you going to manage in the kingdom, right? So to speak. Then we get to Project Kingdom resources. So if I go to resources, notice how everything I have here just looks very clean, right? You do not need to have 1.5 million channels, right? You can summarize everything you really need with just up-to-date pieces of information by placing them all here. Now, yeah, could I probably update this a little bit with some more guides for each of the things? 100%. But this is hopefully to give you a good idea on one way to do it where you don't have to burden yourself with creating so many channels, right? Let's work smarter, not harder, right? Next one here is going to be introductions and resumes. This to me, and again, I kind of left, I guess I just have mine here. But here's kind of mine that I have. Now, the one thing I am missing here, which is kind of adding in a summary, so to speak. I mean, my general is kind of my somewhat of a summary, and you can kind of have your own way on how you want to go about doing it. But here I have kind of my general, which is my summary before I get into things like Rock, my Infinity Kingdom time, my time in Call of Dragons. And you'll notice that, again, you don't necessarily have to have videos. It's just I do, right? Because I like to at least be able to explain these things. So I have kind of like situations for kingdoms that I played in and kind of what happened in those. You also can see some just additional. Now, I don't expect everyone to have it be exactly or as much as this. I'm fine with a couple sentences for a summary and then you just mentioning in like a line item below that as, oh, well, I played in this kingdom and this alliance for this amount of time. Like, I'm okay with that, right? It doesn't have to be, you can bare bones it, but at least have something of a professional presentation. Next one is, what was it? How about recruiting? So for recruiting, right, mine is pretty simple on here. I have, hang on, I also have a thread, I think. Oh, I don't have a thread? Did I miss the thread? Oh, wow, I must have removed it. Ooh, rough life. Okay, well, anyways, this is kind of an example of the ad, and then we also have this here, and I thought I have, please feel free to invite players, template can post in the COD Discord. Wow. I actually thought I had something. Maybe I accidentally removed it. Then just use this link. Yeah. So in that case, wow, I would only give myself half a point on this one. So, and I want to point out, I kind of liked the way that someone else did it, where they basically, and I'm probably going to add something in here where it's just like another number or something like that, or maybe a separate post, and that's just going to have the Discords to join to post the ad in, because I just like the idea of simplifying everything on one channel. So that's something I need to add on here. So I'd only give myself a half a point on this one. Then we're going to do, recruiting ready check. So for me, this is sign off. A ready check or a sign off is fine for me. What I have on mine is basically a summary, kind of a high level summary of what they can expect by joining the project. And then at the bottom here is where I do my regions, right? So I would do each of these things here, and then that would kind of serve as my sign off, my ready check, right? We just kind of call it a region check here. So I'm fine with that. And then we have meetings or town halls. So this is just a channel where you have this set up, and essentially, like I said, this is just a template example. This isn't an active project currently, but this is where you would do things like posting your video VODs for town halls or meetings that you've done. You could also, in addition to this, if you want to do announcements and say things like, hey, here's our outline of what we're going to be covering, also picking this channel to give friendly reminders on when your town halls are coming up. If you want to do a poll here, for an example, and ask people what their availability times are, this is where you can do that from this type of a channel. So this is kind of the idea behind the 10 minimum things that you really want to have set up, right? So for this one, I'd probably give myself like a 9 out of 10, I think, because there was 2 half points that I gave myself for not having some things. But again, this is really important to have these things set up. With that in mind, I think I'm almost at, 39 minutes now? That pretty much breaks it down. Like I said, I'm going to have links for each of the projects that we talked about in the description. Would love to hear your thoughts, right? Again, would you use a different criteria, bearing in mind as well that this is just for Discord prep, doesn't account for the actual quality of each project, nor how things may pan out once they actually get to their starting home kingdoms. So would love to hear your thoughts. Let me know in the comments down below, and even if there's any other criteria that you maybe think could be really cool or good for me to cover as well, I'll definitely take a read well, not really a listen. We're going to go with read. So until then, as always, I guess until next time, I will catch you later.